The summer Canner turned 12, he and his parents went on a long-awaited trip to a tropical island. Canner had always dreamed of seeing coral reefs and colorful fish, and finally his dream came true, but fate decided otherwise. One day Canner's family went for a boat ride, but suddenly a storm broke out. Huge waves slammed into the boat, and Canner found himself in the water. He managed to grab onto a piece of wood, and the current carried him far away from his parents. When the storm subsided, Canner found himself on the shore of a small, uninhabited island. The first thing Canner did was to go around the island in search of water and food. Fortunately, he found a fresh spring and some fruit trees. Despite his findings, however, fear and loneliness began to overwhelm him. One evening, as the sun was already setting over the horizon, Canner heard a soft meow. He turned around and saw a small white kitten.
"Hey, baby,"
Canner said, taking a seat next to the kitten.
"you're here alone too? Looks like we're a team now. I'm gonna call you Snowball."
Snowball turned out to be a brave and friendly kitten. He followed Canner everywhere, helping him find food and showing him safe places on the island. One day Canner was sitting by the fire, trying to figure out how to improve his shelter.
"Snowy, what do you think if I make a roof out of palm leaves? It would protect us from the rain."
Canner said, stroking the kitten's fluffy fur. Snowball meowed softly, as if agreeing. The next morning Canner started work. He gathered many palm leaves and began to weave the roof from them. It was not easy, but he did not give up. Snowball was always there to cheer him up with his presence.
"Thank you for being with me, Snowball. I don't know how I'd do it without you,"
Canner said after finishing his work. Snowball rubbed against his leg, as if responding. A few weeks passed. Canner learned to catch fish with a homemade harpoon and to build traps for small animals. He also found some edible plants that helped diversify his diet.
"Snowball, look what I found."
Canner exclaimed happily, showing the kitten the fruit of the breadfruit tree.
"It's supposed to be delicious."
He divided the fruit into 2 pieces and ate one, carefully watching his body's reaction. When he was sure that the fruit was safe, he offered a piece to Snowball as well.
"Try it, buddy.
Canner smiled.
It's our new food source."
Every day Canner got up at dawn and began his workday. He improved his shelter, gathered food, and looked for ways to improve his situation. Thus began their vegetable garden. Canner took care of the plants, watered them, and watched them grow. Every day he felt more and more confident. One evening, as Canner sat by the fire looking up at the stars, he felt a sadness come over him.
"Snowball, do you think we'll ever get home?"
He asked quietly, stroking the kitten.
"I miss my parents, but I'm glad you're with me."
Snowball clung to him, as if understanding his feelings. At that moment, Canner realized that they had become true friends who would always support each other. And so the months went by. Canner became a master of survival, mastered many skills, and learned to listen to nature. Snowball was always close by, and their friendship grew stronger and stronger. One day, while picking fruit for supper, Canner heard a growl in the distance. It was the sound of a large animal he had never seen on the island.
"What was that?"
Canner whispered, turning back to Snowball. Snowball seemed wary too, pinning his ears back and holding his breath. Canner felt his heart beat faster. He looked in the direction the sound had come from and felt a rush of curiosity and fear.
"We have to find out what it was, Snowball,"
Canner said decisively.
"We can't ignore it."
Canner and Snowball headed inland, leaving behind familiar territory. New challenges and unknown dangers awaited them ahead.